going on YouTube, and welcome back here to another day here in the MC Parks server. And today we are going to be exploring Disney's Animal Kingdom, and more specifically we're going to be checking out the Tree of Life. Now the Tree of Life obviously is a huge part of this entire theme park, as it is really the icon of Animal Kingdom. You think of Hollywood Studios, you think of the Tower of Terror. This always happens when I start videos. I apologize, guys. You have the Tower of Terror, Magic Kingdom, you have Cinderella's Castle. Of course, at Epcot, you have Spaceship Earth. And of course, here at the Animal Kingdom is the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, a little background on the Tree of Life. It is a 145-foot sculpture of a baobab tree. Now, obviously, it is not an actual tree. It is not a real tree. It's also made up of 8,000 branches, all of different shapes and sizes, and about 102,000 artificial leaves. The sculpture debuted, of course, with the opening of the park on April 22nd, Earth Day of 1998. And this is inspired by the mythological concept of the same name, the Tree of Life, which features 337 carvings of existing and extinct animal species on the trunk and the roots. Now, another interesting fact, and you can't see it on here, but in the version in real life, Jane Goodall's famous subject, David Greybeard, was carved into the tree, and that's closer to the Bug Life theater show, which is inside of the tree. And you can't actually see it, unfortunately. And as you can see, this is all closed off. We can't go into here, which is a shame. It would be nice to see the show, but that's okay. And it's somewhere around here, actually, where that sculpture is. Another interesting fact about this was they didn't actually use an oil rig. That's kind of a common rumor or a common myth that's passed around, is there's an oil rig inside of the tree. It's the structure, the sculpt of the tree was made from an oil rig carving. So it wasn't actually an oil rig inside of the Tree of Life. So that's an interesting thing I wanted to bring up. Another interesting thing about the tree, like I said, is inside, which unfortunately we can't go inside of, but there is the Tree of Life, which houses It's Tough to Be a Bug. Now, there's a lot of rumors right now that we may see some sort of Zootopia show coming into the center of Animal Kingdom here very shortly, and this video will be updated when that time comes. There's also a really nice trail, and this is kind of one of the lost arts of Disney today. Everybody's running from attraction to attraction. There is actually a really nice touch here. If you're willing to pay attention, there's a really nice nature walk, which you can take, that takes you all the way. Yeah, see, this is all closed off. It takes you all the way around the tree, and you're really able to appreciate all the little details and all the animals on the structure. I think it's called like the Nature Trail or something like that. And like I said, it's something that most people don't even know is there, because it's a nature walk, right? There's no attractions or theater show or anything like that there. It's just a very, you just have to sit back and smell the roses type of thing, and most people don't really do that, unfortunately. Like I said, this is really the fundamental, quintessential thing here in Animal Kingdom. It's on Discovery Island, which is the kind of the main area of, like, the hub of this park. Everything funnels through the Tree of Life, and you have all these offshoots. You have Asia, Dino Land. What else do they got? Obviously Africa, right? The main attraction with the Kilimanjaro Safari and things like that. And apparently people said the Tree of Life was based off of the tree from The Lion King that Rafiki was in, and I don't actually know if that's true. There's been kind of conflicting reports on that, whether that's true or not. But let me know down below if you guys were able to find any sort of clarity on that, because it is kind of a topic that doesn't, people know it, but they also don't know it at the same time. It seems like it's been thrown out there for a while and people just believe it, but I don't actually know if that's true. And yeah, like I said, overall, this is a really nice area, and it's kind of a typical Disney thing. And what's cool about this one is the fact that it's not necessarily based off a Disney IP, right? Like Cinderella's castle is a castle from one of the Disney princesses, right? Epcot is its own thing, right? That's not a based off any IP. Um, what used to be nice, and this kind of one of the conflicting ones, right, with the Hollywood studios, right? You had the Eiffel Tower and the Hollywood, the Grauman's Chinese Theater. Or now it's just the Chinese Theater. Um, and then at Epcot you have, the Tree of Life, and most of those aren't based off of IP, other than the Sorcerer's Hat for a little bit. But other than that, this is I think that's what makes these things nice is they're exclusively Walt Disney World objects. They're not necessarily an IP attachment, right? Like you know, you don't necessarily need to put something like um, like Frozen's castle from Arendelle as the main icon of a park. Each icon has their own identity, right? Each park has its own identity outside of the IP, and the IP is housed inside of that theming, right? And I think that, for the most part, Animal Kingdom still does a really good job of that. I think Joe Rohde really went out of his way to make sure that IPs were somehow connected to this park and the identity of this park. And we'll see how things change over time. I think they recently put a new president of Animal Kingdom in, and we'll see kind of the direction of this park as it moves forward and as it evolves, and potentially new lands coming in over the next few years. We'll see what direction Disney goes. And like I said, Zootopia going into the Tree of Life is also seemingly a part of those plans. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, we'll continue to do more videos here in the Animal Kingdom over time. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. And peace out, guys.